What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kid Smooth from the official WeGameHere.com, and today we have a special podcast. We are joined by, of course, eRock8150. It's my partner here on the show. Say what's up.
Hey guys, this is eRock8150 from Extreme Xbox Gamers, and it's always great to be here on the Let's Talk Games podcast.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kid Smooth from the official WeGameHere.com. I think that's the YouTube. Today we have a special podcast. We are joined by, of course, eRock8150. It's my partner here on the show. You guys playing it in the background?
Hey guys, this is eRock8150 from Extreme Xbox Gamers, and it's always great to be here on the Let's Talk Games podcast.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kid Smooth. Can somebody mute or stop that? I think that's the YouTube. We have a special.
I think that's Dilmer. There we go.
Dilmer, mute the YouTube link or.
Okay, it's mute.
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, I was like, wait a minute, I just said that. Okay. And speaking of Dilmer, he's our today's guest from Magitech Studios. Say hello, Dilmer.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
And you're going to be telling us about your new game for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. I'm one of the main developers in SuperStick game. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing for the last year or so. And I have a team of about 4 or 5 people right now. The developer, there's an illustrator. I also have a sprite animator, and I have a sound design and a music designer as well.
Nice. But before we get into the details of your new game, I've been promising people this on like Facebook and Twitter for the past couple weeks now. I do want to announce the winner of the Hit Us With Your Best Shot screenshot contest. We've been hosting this for about 3 weeks. This person will win a copy of the collection of the Borderlands, the Handsome Edition. So with the most votes, the image of, I believe, Shadow of Mordor, and it was titled Can't Wait, did win the Hit Us With Your Best Shot contest with the most votes, taking it with, like, I believe 40% of the votes. So congratulations to, I believe, AJ Lewis, a.k.a. Gaming Addict, a.k.a. Room to Kill. So make sure you hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, or Xbox Live for your prize, and my gamer tag is Kid Smooth. So congratulations. And now that that's out the way, once again, everybody, if you're just joining in, we are joined by Dilmer from Magitech Studios. He's working on this game called SuperStick game for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Is it also coming for the Vita as well?
Not right now. I don't want to release it, but 2 years from now, it might come out for that platform.
Okay. All right, cool. Now, I just want to tell us about SuperStick game. What is it?
So, SuperStick game is my baby, right? No, SuperStick game, it has kind of evolved. Like I was telling you, it actually started as a game. I was passionate about some of those games like Super Meat Boy, like Limbo, and I was one day in my house. I was doing some prototyping, and I created a game called it was just like SuperStick Man, and it was all about a stick man, and all you could do was jump, run. You had an anti-gravity force that you could use. You have to solve puzzles, and without giving you too much details, it basically with multiple conversations with team members, we make the game actually evolve, and the game turned out to be about a security guard that works in a factory. And the factory is a food processing factory, so he's basically the one, securing the factory, make sure that he checks in who can get in and who can get out. But there's a big explosion that happens in the factory, so he's trapped, and he needs to find out how to get out of the factory. So there is a lot of cool things that will happen in the game. There's, as you can imagine, if you look at some of the screenshots, you'll see what I'm talking about. But it's a fun game. It's a game that I play right now and I enjoy, and I say, man, how I did develop this thing.
Awesome.
Now, how you speak highly of the game, of course. You know, this is your baby, and you've been in development for a couple years now with this game, right?
Yeah, I've been doing development for about a year. You know, and I'm gonna speak for all indies, because all indies and software engineers in general, we all oversimplify things. So when I first started, I'm like, oh, I'll be able to do this in a year. Of course, I already had a year of work, and I'm about 70% done with the game. But yeah, it's been a year, and it's been a fun year, and a year of a lot of experiences and a lot of lessons that I've learned, because I think I work a lot, man. I work a lot on this thing because I want to release it, and I want people to have fun with it.
And how soon can we expect it? How soon can players get their hands on this game?
So the game is coming. I got an alpha version right now, but I'm not gonna release it until June 1st, 2015.
Okay.
So whoever signs up for the alpha version on SuperStickGame.com, if you go there, there's a text box where you can put your email. So as soon as you enter the email there, you'll get a notification from me saying that you're added to the alpha version.
Okay. So the alpha version is coming in June, and so we might expect like the full game maybe later on in the year, or?
Yeah, correct. So the alpha version will probably have about 10 to 15 levels. I'm not really sure yet on how many levels, but then the release version is gonna be on my birthday, which is January 26, 2016.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna release 16 levels on the alpha version, you said, right?
Correct.
So how many total levels is expected to be in a full game?
So this has been a discussion of, you know, I want to make the levels fun. I don't want to just throw out 100 levels just because I want to throw out 100 levels. I rather maybe release about 40 to 50 levels and make them really fun and challenging, and you know, and then maybe later on I'll have some packages where people can download some extra levels.
Okay.
Excellent. Dilmer, this is erock8150. How are you tonight, my friend?
I'm doing great, man. How are you doing?
Good. Listen, I've seen the screenshots of SuperStick, and the art style is really beautiful. It's surreal. Like, what approach were your art directors going for when they designed this game?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So my art director, everything that he makes, and I guess everything that he draws is beautiful. So if you go to his website, I mean, he's done children. He has created children books for years, and he wanted to create something more towards the kind of the older groups. So for him to work on this game, he has been able to create things that he's never done before. So his techniques are surreal. I mean, everything that you see on the game, he actually hand painted. So everything is handmade. Everything that you see here, he did from the beginning to the end. It doesn't have the art style of that Disney style where everything is like super digital and everything is super perfect. So that's how he make things. He make things that are not perfect, but they have their own uniqueness to it.
Nice. And also, Dilmer, you mentioned earlier that the player is trapped in a factory. So what gameplay elements will that throw at the player?
Yeah, some of the mechanics are amazing, man. The mechanics that we came up with are really, really cool. So if you look at this guy is a muscle guy, right? I mean, he's big, he's strong. So this guy has I come from a background of playing like Street Fighter, like Mortal Kombat. I played a lot of those games when I was a kid. So I wanted to incorporate some of the elements, but not too much of it to the point where it ruins the game. Like I wanted to make it fit. So you'll be able to have you have different combos that you can apply in the game. So there'll be walls that he can break. There'll be things that he can break by just hitting them. There's some surprises in there that will happen. One of the cool things is I implemented was, and I'm gonna give credit to the guy that created Prince of Persia, because I used some of the mechanics that he had in that game, and it was to be able to rewind time. So the cool thing about it is that you can apply combos. You can anything that you do. If you're doing a combo, you can rewind those elements. If you're destroying something and you rewind, you'll see the pieces that you're destroying actually going back together. And yeah, there's some other mechanics in there but I want to leave those ones for surprises.
Nice.
Nice. And now, just to piggyback on what you mentioned earlier, like the security guard is trapped in the factory because some explosion happened, correct? Does that explain the like the creepy looking strawberries and pineapples I seen in some of these screenshots? What's going on with that?
So it's a food processing factory. So you'll have. I don't want to tell you what we're gonna have, but just think about every single food where you can put eyes and teeth. And so you're pretty much gonna have all that, and the fun thing with it is that you'll have all these mechanics that you can play that you can incorporate into the enemies. So there's different mechanics that the enemies will apply to you that will react to the game. So it's really fun though. It's really when I look at some of those enemies when I'm playing the game, it's like if I have my lights off, it's scary.
Cool. Dilmer, you mentioned that one of your influence was the Prince of Persia series, and when I see SuperStick, to me, it brings back memories of a great game I played called Oddworld, the Oddworld series. Like, what other games inspired you to do SuperStick?
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of games. I mean, the one that everybody, just by looking at the game, you can see it kind of looks like Limbo.
Yeah.
Because of the dark looking style, except for the color, because we have a lot of color in the game.
Yes.
It's really dark, but there's a lot of elements that have colors, and that's what we wanted to focus on. So yeah, some of my experiences and what I was passionate about when creating this game is, when I was watching the indie movies, I was one of the guys that sat in there, watched these guys just suffer through it and hate their life because they were working so much, and that's what inspired me, like the creativity aspect of it, like being able to create a game with just a couple of people, where in the past you had to have a full hundreds of people creating a game. To me, like being able to sit in my living room and then just start coding and being able to launch the game right on the console in my living room.
Nice.
To me, there's nothing else that compares to it.
And the thing about it is that you were mentioning, like, for like any developers, you say you guys tend to oversimplify things when it comes to developing the game, or whether it be your first game. Now, what are some hurdles you had to overcome during your development with SuperStick?
Oh man, I have so many. I have a lot of them, but yeah. So we have to pay bills. At the end of the day, you have to pay your bills. So one of my hurdles, and every indie developer if you have a family, you have a kid, you have a wife. So I'm grateful to have a wife that supports me 100%. She knows what I'm working on, and she knows that I'm in an interview with you guys, and she went to her mom's and she's spending some time there. The hurdle to me is, I work Monday through Friday. When I get home at 5, I spend some time with my family, so I don't sleep. At 9, I start coding, and then I don't stop coding until 5 in the morning, and then I gotta get up and go to work at 7.
Ouch.
So I don't sleep, but I'm passionate enough about it that I don't care to do it. The other things that I think are hurdles is, you gotta be careful who you involve in your game. I've been trying to involve other people. Like I'm not an expert at level design, but at the same time I learn a lot of things. So there's been times when I'm trying to involve other people that don't have the experience and I think they could do it, and it basically slows down the process. So, and then, yeah, finding all the developers that are not as passionate enough as you are to work on a game, because, I mean, you're killing yourself by working on these things, so not anybody can do that. And, yeah, I mean, oversimplifying as a whole is, for example, when I wanted to do the rewind for the game, I really didn't think it was going to be that complicated because some other people already done it, but when I started coding it, then simple things like, okay, I can rewind the motions of the combo on the guy, but then if I hit an enemy and I kill that enemy, I gotta bring it back to life. What about if I have weather conditions on the level? Then there's drops, there's rain. I need to rewind the rain. So that's some of the challenges that I went through that took more time than I expected.
Oh wow. Okay, and now this game is also SuperStick will be available for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. How is it developing for both the Xbox and the PlayStation? Is there anything like similar between the two, or is it like two beasts that you have to learn?
No, I think I'm gonna give credit to Unity. They done an amazing job. They basically saved me. I'm gonna throw out a number, but as far as the code base, I can keep one set of code and have the same code on multiple platforms. So I would say that about 80% of the code is the same from Xbox One in comparison to PlayStation 4 and in comparison to the Mac. So yeah, as far as the developing for the different consoles, I come from a Unix kind of background, so when I started working on the Xbox One, I didn't really realize how complex it was going to be for me. But no, it's amazing though. My code that I have in Unity right now, if I compile it and I run it, I have it set up correctly, I can run it on the Xbox One. That same code with some tweaks works on the PlayStation 4 without much changes.
Wow. So the machines really are similar.
Yeah, the build is the same build. It's just when you compile the game and you create a build, it just depending on the platform that you're gonna create, it creates a different package. So which makes it a lot nicer because then I don't have to learn something new. All I have to learn is one technology.
Okay, and so most of to my understanding, Unity pretty much did the bulk of the work for you as far as coding for each platform, being that it allows you to essentially make the same game for all the platforms.
That's correct.
Now, and you said so. My next question was going to ask you what engine is running. So, obviously, running Unity. Now, is Unity the only engine that you've got to play with?
Yeah, I mean, I play with other things in the past. I actually went to school for animation, so I wanted to be an animator, and I play with Blender 3D, and I know at the time they had I think they still do. They have a game engine built into a Blender, which I play, but I didn't really release anything because I think it was still a little bit too complex, and it was too much work to create a game in Blender, and it wasn't perfect. It wasn't to the point where anybody could go in and create a game. I also use Unreal. I downloaded their version. I done several tutorials and several samples, but I haven't released a game in any of those engines. And of course, Unity is the one that I use all the time.
Now, you said you came from a Linux background, and when you finally got to work on an Xbox platform, obviously it's Windows based, so it was a little bit more complex.
Correct.
Now, my question to you is, how will the likes of Windows 10 and DirectX 12 how will the likes of Windows 10 and DirectX 12 impact the way you make games in the future?
Oh, I'm excited, man. I think I think Microsoft has done an amazing job. I'm not an expert at it, but I know that it's gonna benefit games in general. And one of the reasons is if you look at DirectX 11 right now, is if you have multiple cores, if you have a quad processor where you have multiple cores, only one single thread can talk to the graphic card, the GPU,
Mhm.
which work. You can still make a lot of fine games, but right now with DirectX 12, they have it where you can have multiple threads talking to the GPU all simultaneously. So what that allows me to do is think of games that I wanted to do in the past and years to come. I might be creating games, some 3D games. Who knows what I'm going to be doing? But as far as like for SuperStick, I think that will be something that I will be implementing and trying and see how it runs on DirectX 12 versus the current 11.
Okay, so in simplest terms, because a lot of us we're not like the smartest or the most understanding when it comes to what will DirectX 12 do for developers and with our game. So I do understand that right now is one core. You said that's one thread that's talking to all the cores, and
Right.
and then with DirectX 12 it's multiples.
That's correct. Yeah, you basically have multiple cores, multiple threads talking to the GPU, to the graphic card. So I mean, there's some things online that you'll find where they have comparisons of running games on DirectX 11 versus DirectX 12, and the particles effects, how many particle counts you can execute on one versus the other one, the explosions and the speed. It's supposed to be 50% faster than the current implementation, and that depends on your game. So I'm not saying that's in general what it's going to be, but they made a lot of changes to the point where it's going to be a lot faster.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And then so we got SuperStick game for those who are just tuning in. We should be seeing an alpha in June, but you have to sign up at superstick.com or superstickgame.com.
Correct.
To sign up for the alpha and submit your email. And the alpha is going to feature 15 to 16 levels. That's to me is like a huge sample of what we get to experience. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. For those who just tuned in, if you didn't get to see this, our interview with Dilmer from Imagitech Studios, I will be featuring SuperStick game on the official WeGameHere.com webpage, so you can learn even more about the game. We'll show you some screenshots and whatnot. But Dilmer, if I'm not mistaken, do you have the game, or can you give us a taste of what we're gonna be able to see?
Yeah, right now I don't. I will have it in the alpha version. I will have a trailer before you guys get the alpha version.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much when you're gonna be able to see more of it.
Nice. Now, kids, move. Kids, move. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, kid, you're almost forgetting. Every time we have these developer interviews, we have a guest. We always do our segment called Quiz with the Kid. Are you ready for that this week?
Am I ready for that this week? You know what? I don't have any trivia questions, but you know what? I'm pretty sure. E-Rock, do you got questions?
I knew you would say that, so I prepared.
Oh, you're amazing. You're
Yeah.
amazing.
So
Okay.
So explain to Dilmer what we do each week, and I will prepare the questions. I have them ready.
Okay, cool. So, Dilmer, what we do with every week on this podcast, we play a game called Quiz with the Kid. And usually, we ask a question. You have 5 seconds to answer each question. If you get 3 out of the 5 correct, you win the game. If you don't, then you lose, unfortunately. But It's a gaming trivia. So we've been doing really good over the past couple of weeks. We got some few W's. You know, we've been kind of shutting people down. So we're going to test your gaming knowledge. We're going to test your knowledge for the gaming industry, and then we're going to hear what Era has to ask you. But remember, you have 5 seconds to answer each question. So are we ready? Are you ready for this?
Okay, go ahead, man.
All right. Dilmer, the first question, question number 1. What Xbox game took place in the land called Albion?
I'm not sure about the answer.
Dilmer, that's okay, that's okay. We're moving on to question number 2. What is the name of the Xbox's premier racing game?
Premier racing game. I do know that one. I'm trying to remember.
5 seconds up.
It's okay.
You got to sweep the next 3 questions if you want to win.
We got a developer that doesn't play that many games, so we'll give it a shot.
Dilmer, we have faith in you. Dilmer,
Okay.
here's one you can get. In the world of PlayStation, what is the name of the God of War?
The God of War.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any faith.
All right, Dilmer. Man, we hardly ever do a clean sweep. You got 2 more. Who, Dilmer? What developer makes the Batman Arkham series of games now?
Oh man, I think you're gonna have a clean slate right here.
All right, Dilmer, I have faith on you for this last one. When did Halo Combat Evolve debut on Xbox?
Combat. Was that a few months ago?
Yeah, what year did Halo Combat Evolve debut on Xbox? The first one.
2005.
Oh, Dilmer. You, my friend, have the unfortunate distinction of being our first clean sweep. We are awesome. Dilmer, you haven't tried.
I'm gonna be honest. I develop a lot of games. I just haven't had time to play that many games as I should. It sounds like I should now.
That's all right. I'm gonna these questions. Kid, you should know some of these. The first question was, what Xbox game took place in the land called Albion? That was
Fable.
Fable.
Okay.
The second question was, what is the name of the Xbox's premier racing game? Their premier racing title. That
Forza
is
Motorsport.
Forza. Okay. The third question was, in the world of PlayStation, what is
Kratos.
There you go. There you go. Kratos. This fourth one is kind of tough. Number 4 was, who makes the Batman Arkham series of games now?
Oh my God. Is it Warner Bros?
It's a studio called Rocksteady.
Rocksteady. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that sounds familiar now.
And the fifth question was, when did Halo Combat Evolve debut on the Xbox?
November 2001.
Wow, he
Wow,
was
that was so like 3 years.
I was like, how are you gonna test me? I'm the kid. Like, you can't test me. Oh man, but Dilmer, it's been really great having you. I can't wait for SuperStick game. It looks interesting. Like I said, it does look a little bit like Limbo with a little bit more color. I'm interested to see what these evil fruit is gonna do to me. But if you can send me an email or a chat again, because I got kicked out of the chat right before we started, so I need access to that press kit so I can add this, give everybody some more information on this game on a website. So if you can put that back in the chat for me, that would be great. But we are definitely looking forward to your game. Looking forward to the alpha. I'll have everybody run over to the alpha and send you their email. Hopefully, we can get as many people in there as possible. Now, do you have any goals with this game?
I do. Well, my goal is to have it released on the Xbox One. That's my goal, and then on the PlayStation 4 for the next year. And then and having people play it. I just love when people play my games, and seeing people smile when they play the game and laugh. It's what my goal is. That will make my day.
Now, will SuperStick be your first game, or do you have games in the past that you put out?
I done small little games for the iPhone platform. There's a Space Arcade, which is a space game that I did. It's pretty small, and then I done a lot of mobile applications on my own.
Okay. So this is the first time stepping into the console.
hmm Correct.
Cool. Okay. So I'm like I said, looking forward to the game. I want to thank you for stopping by. I follow you on Twitter, so I'll definitely be in touch with you. And just want to thank you for joining us again. And also to remind everybody watching, if you're just tuning in, we were speaking with Dilmer from Magitech Studios, who's working on SuperStick game, which is coming for the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 in the near future. There will be an alpha available in June if you sign up on the website, which I will put in the link in the description below. Also, if you just joining us, you missed the contest winner. And for those who are watching, if you're waiting, if you didn't rewind this interview back, the winner of the Hit Us With Your Best Shot screenshot contest for the month of March is the image titled Can't Wait, and I think that was done by AJ Lewis, aka Room to Kill, aka Gaming Addict. So congratulations, you will win a copy of the Borderlands Handsome Collection. So congrats, thank you everybody for participating, and Dilmer, thanks again for tuning in. Did you have anything to say before we end this call?
No, I mean that's it. Thank you. Just sign up for the alpha version. It's gonna be awesome. And I anything that you find that you want me to do that by playing the game, let me know.
Nice. And E-Rock, before we go, you got anything to say?
Oh man, just Wilmer, thank you, Dilmer, thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate your time, and it was great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, and thank you for playing Quiz with the Kid. You took it like a champ. But that's just another W for me and E-Rock. We're looking forward to see who's going to try to challenge us next, and we're looking to give away some prizes. But thank you guys for watching. Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. We're out.